So here we go. We're going to be talking about continuously compound interest. So continuous compound interest means that you're earning interest every second, every minute, every hour of the day. Okay. And so your amount that you are earning, so the amount that's in the account, that's still our A of T. And then your principal amount, your P, that's the initial amount. So the initial amount in your account. And then your interest rate, remember, it starts off as a percent, but you have to convert it to a decimal. Okay. And then time in years. How long is it in there in terms of years? Okay. The key thing is in terms of years. So if it gives it to you in months, then you have to convert to what that means in years. Okay. So if I said 6 months, then you would say half a year. Does that make sense? If I said 3 months, then you would say a quarter of a year. Okay. So this is our formula for compound interest. So continuously compound interest, and now we're going to work a problem. So using that. So it says, suppose you won a contest at the start of 5th grade that deposited $3,000 in an account that pays 5% annual interest compounded continuously to the nearest dollar. How much will be in your account after 8 years? So first thing, again, we're using the formula A of T equals P times E to the RT. So after reading what we have here, we know that our P, our principal amount is 3,000 times E. Remember, E is a number like pi. Our rate is 5%. So 5% as a decimal is 0.05, right? 0.05. And our T is 8 times 8. So we're plugging in 3,000. So we times E to the 0.05 times 8. And that's what we're calculating. Okay. So I'm going to go to the calculator. So I'm putting in 3,000 times E to the 0.05 times 8. And I'm hitting enter. And this is where it would be. So to the nearest dollar would be 4,475. Because the 4 does not round the 5 up. So my nearest dollar amount would be 4,475. So, all right. After 8 years, it would be $4,475 in my account. Okay, so this is what it looks like compounded continuously. Now, I want to show you what it would look like if it was just an annual. So instead versus compound. So annual is what we talked about previously. So annually, that's our A of T equals A times 1 plus R to the T, right? So if I plug these values in, I would have 3,000 times my R, 1 plus 0.05 to the 8. And we're going to plug that in and see how much would I be making if it was only gaining interest annually. So I'm going to go back to my calculator. And I'm going to put in 3,000 times 1 plus 0.05, 500ths to the 8. So if it was only compounded annually, I would have been making $4,432. So as you can see, being compounded continuously earns me a little extra money. Do we see that? So it would be at $4,432 if it was annually. So this is annually. So if it was compounded annually versus continuously, I would actually make a little less money. All right, so that's how that works. So what you're doing, it says you're going to complete your activity on Canvas. So your math activity is this guy. So you're going to read it carefully and pay attention to what it's saying. So it's compounded annually. It doesn't say continuously. Annually, so it's compounded annually, and then I switched it to continuously. But maybe I did it. I guess I did it. And it wants to know how long will it take for you to reach $5,000 in interest. So what does that mean? You should have in your total bank account. So read through it very carefully. You'll have time to either work with it on your own or with a partner, but you're going to turn it in at the end of class. Okay. It is not to be taken home. It is not, I'm going to do it later when I feel like it, and I'm going to do nothing in class. I'm going to be working on this and turning this in. Okay. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns?